It's the final few seconds before the lights go out and the race to the podium begins. You know this battle will be won off the track as well as on it. You've studied your tactics, anticipated every move like a grandmaster. You've researched and analysed, modified and fine-tuned to perfection. You have honed your instincts to give you an edge over your rivals. Your drivers focused, your team ready. The championship in the balance. First past the checkered flag, the goal. Epic victory or ultimate failure. There is only a heartbeat between them. MotorSport Manager. Take control.
Oh, welcome back to my attempt at MotorSport Manager with my own home-built team, snail post racing. Before you ask, mother is still in hospital, but I've got an hour or two in between a busy schedule to make a video, and I need to make a video. Believe it or not, it helps to relax me. Anyway, we've got the Yokohama Grand Prix coming up. I think is it the second one? Yeah, second one, because on these, this particular run through, we've gone to the same place twice but different layouts. Now in the last one, if you may remember, we got 9th and 14th, which for the race, which wasn't bad. Qualifying, we were, I think, way off pace. Yeah, well, 16th. So it's not too bad. Our race last time went quite well, so we're going to go again and see what we can do this time. It's going to be clear all the way through but cloudy, so that's actually handy. Now there's no parts to fit on this, so we'll just check I have got them fixing bits. Because what I've got offline going, using the same system, I forgot to make my parts reliable. Well, let's go back here again anyway. Nothing much we can do about that, we just got to take it as it comes. This is the second race of the season, and we'll see how we get on. We'll do what I've been doing, which is do the race, then we'll do the bits and pieces going towards the next race. And no, Stu, you cannot have one car smash into all the others and create a giant fireball. Pity, it looked quite good, as long as my cars weren't involved in it. But we all know, if you ever watch Stu on Wreckfest, you know that's how he normally drives anyway. Now that's good, the forecast is wrong again. It looks like we've got some rain for practice. Not what we really wanted. Well, not too bad, just short term. Well, we put the main two drivers in to do the quali. We go to the car setup. We'll start with intermediates until it dries out, then we go over onto dries. Load of setup. This is Yokohama Track B, and I have to agree yet again with Johnny's. That's Johnny Vee. He's doing a series on this, which you'll see a link. I think I'll put it in the description. But I wish they'd just do it so we could sort out the setup so you can actually search for them. This ain't too bad. I think I've got other B's in there, but I'm not going to search for them. With tire choice, we know we've got to go intermediates for the first bit. Right, let's take practice. We haven't got very long to get everything set up. That's one we've got to watch out for. Can't mess about too long. We won't get the dry tyres set up 100% correctly because we just won't have the time. And he's going to have to, or she's going to have to wait. We'll set Gomez out. Set to bring in one lap, and Anthony out. She can do one lap. Go back to Gomez. Times 4, we've been playing. If not, it takes forever. Oh wow, I don't think we're going to get much better than that. Purple's all the way across, 98%, well we're good with that. I'm going to change the tyres now to the race tyres. And actually I meant to take her out for a full, or him out for a full set. For a full race, 12 lap. A bit late for that now. Well, this one is slightly down. So we'll just make a first little, just fiddle with it a little bit. No, not fiddle with it a little bit. Alright, we'll try that. We'll keep her out on the intermediates for this one, for this run. He's going to have to do his 4 laps. They're coming again, then we put them out to maximum distance. Don't expect them to do much yet. But we'll bring in Faith. Once you've done one more lap, just see if we have done any improvement. If we're going the wrong way, we will know what we've got to do right. As you see, that other car there is all over her. Not certain who it is. Whoever has just gone past. In practice, you can't crash. Oh well, I think we'll stick with this. I'm not going to bother to save this one right now. I'm going to put her onto a full stint on race tyre, which will be mediums. And we're leaving both out there now, just to finish off. I could put a times 12 now to get this done a bit quicker, because there's not a lot else we're going to be doing. And we just let them practice, try and get everything up, drying out nicely. It won't take long to get this done. Oh, she's gone well. See if I bring it down to 4, but he's going to come in this lap, so I'll bring him down. Now, I reckon we put maybe just for another 4 lap stint actually. We're not going to be too bad off on setups. We might just do it. Oh, we put out full 12. Doesn't make any difference. Not going to bother to change the tyres. Tyres will be good enough. Everybody else is still out there on intermediates. They'll be changing over now, and it's going to get wet again towards the end of this session. We will get full race knowledge, which we've got now. Medium tyres, we may just do it, but we have no knowledge on anything else. And one thing on this formula, you have very little practice or practice time or qualification time. Not that I really worry about qualification. Now we have first and second, so we're just going to push up that tyres a bit and fuel burn some good fun, just to keep near the top. And Gooms has just set the fastest lap, and we're now fully there. And it's water on the track, so we're not going to improve any over that. We enter the final minute. Oh, and he's been passed by someone. I thought the water on the track, he might just have held P1, but it's only practice. Qualification is what really counts, and they're just coming in now. But up to times 12, we can get them home. Yeah, so as for get back to what I was talking about. We're not going to worry about that. Well, they seem to think we're doing a good job. Right. As for other videos, I've got enough for all of next week, except for the weekend and the Wednesday one. But I was intending to make the Wednesday one just before it goes up. Doesn't really matter. Right, qualification. We've got nothing much we can do there. Medium tyres, but that doesn't make any difference at all. It's going to be dry, so I'm not going to bother to set up. leave that is, and we're simulated times 40. Just get this out of the way. My main interest is the race itself. All my teams have been bad on qualification, but were made up for it in the race, mainly by attempting, well, it's not too bad, 3rd and 12, by attempting to go as long as possible on the tyres, so we make one less tyre stop than most of the other teams. Just giving it some of these. Yeah, well, we're not worried about what they say. I reckon we want a better car for Andre. He is 3rd, come on. Well, they seem to think we're going to be doing well. Right, let's get to the race. Now, Johnny tells me that ICE, which I didn't know, even when it doesn't show any more stars, your drivers, they do well keep improving. So that's good to know. So I have been changing Faith over at the end of the season. If she's still going to improve, I might leave her in for a 2nd season and worry about that. Now, change setup, well, we're going for these. Hopefully we can get half the race done on one set and the second half done on the other set. Now remember, we've got no fuel stops, so the fuel we've got there is all we've got. Driver strategy, well, we start off attack on driving style, which is tyres, and high on engine. We don't want to go too high on engine because we have to knock that off fairly soon. If not, we'll run out of fuel. There he is, the 3rd in the grid. We're not going to bother with the rest of the grid. We turn this. I say, no use to bother to turn, but I do since Johnny's been doing. I'm a copycat, and here we go. Gilmer says holding 3rd at the moment. It's tight. He normally starts well and drops back a bit, then comes back again. So where's Faith? In 11th, where she started, I think. That's not too bad. We'll keep going till they're half a lap of fuel to the bad, then we change down to ordinary engine mode and start saving fuel. Looks like Faith's having a hell of a battle with doing. Let's have a look at that, because he's not doing much. Watch it, the 10th thing. Kilman is just ahead of her. Can she take him? No, I've got to keep an eye on the tyres. Right, we need to start knocking the tyres back, knock them back twice. Just keep an eye on that. Now I think that at the top 5, well, 4 of them are going to have to pit fairly early. Now if they can keep on soft, so they go back to another set of softs, that's what I want. It means that they will have to make a 2nd stop. Whereas I should just about get away with 1 stop by really pushing almost to the limit. I have on the off screen one. I have pushed them so there's hardly any tyre left to make certain I can get through on the 2nd set, or the first replacement set, to the end of the race. And I've done 1 pit stop to everybody else is through. Because when I haven't in this, but when I build a car, I will be going for tyre wear, best tyre wear, and getting the best fuel economy I can get. I'm not worried about tyre heating, although it is important. I can get away without worrying about that, and we'll drop down the engine mode. Yeah. Mine, we've only done 7 laps, so we've got plenty of time to bring it back. I did once for an experiment take it down to a full lap deficit. I had to knock the engine right off towards the end. Dawson, looks like Oh, she's catching him again. No, we'll have a look at Gomez for a little while. See how he's doing. He's got a little bit of gap either side. I'm not catching those in front and actually losing ground to those in front. But holding station to Festi. I don't like it. Oh dear, the 1 and 5th will help her, however you pronounce it. He seems to be charging a bit at the moment. See how what the others are doing. They're all on safe field strategy. Some of them are pushing that because they're playing. AI is playing properly. Yes, they've got a chance to overtake, but being challenged. They're pushing the engine mode up. I'm not. I'm just leaving it standard. Oh, some seem to be trying to save tyres really hard. I'm going to knock back the tyres again. So it's going into the red. I'd like to keep it just out of the red if I can, but at the top end of the scale. I mean, the tyres are nice and warm, but they're not wearing too quickly. But you can see that the top two got over halfway through the tyres. We're on 67 and 6% tyre left. So we're going to be pushing it to make it, I think. Anthony may have a second stop, because she's not quite as good on the tyres as Gomez. Which is why I want to build things back at the factory, things that improve smoothness, which increases tyre life and also helps fuel consumption, same as consistency, does roughly this, helps the same. So it's a case really of trying to push for those things until we get a Formula 4, then, because we're going to have to look to design new parts. No, as you know, I've got no design. I know I said I'm still iffy about that. I think I'm going to try about one race from the end to employ a designer, just to make certain, because I think we will we get promotions, we win this class, and that's the first one gone in. He's gone on to mediums. No, he shouldn't really make it to the end on mediums. And there comes the leader in, and we're past him, up to second now. And Anthony's up to 7th. Because this gives a false position, because we haven't pitted. And all those in the back. I don't like Tom Terry, who was leading. He pitted, but he's still about halfway down, so he's done quite well. And here comes some more pitting. Most of those who were on the softs are having a pit, but most of them have gone on to mediums, which is a pity. I was hoping they're going to go softs. As you see, the fuel usage is coming down. We're getting back to positive again. We're only minus 1.8 and minus 2.1. Which means with very few laps we will be back to par. And halfway. No. Oh, they should just about make the tyres last so we can get away with one stop. It means it'll be slightly slower overall, whilst we're running, but the time you were saving a pit stop, well, you can see there, those who took pit stops, well, Tom Terry, who was leading, is 17 seconds off the lead now. And I think that Wheater is just coming in. We'll see where he ends up. Oh, he's gone back on another set of softs. Oh, lovely. He will have to stop again. He's only going to make lap 42. Let's just check the weather. That's fine. There'll be no rain by the looks of it. The Gomez can now he wants to stretch his lead a bit if he can, and he is actually slightly pulling that out. And I'm hoping that most of those who are on medium tyres will be pitting before we do. I will pit Faith first as she's worse on tyres, and Gilmas will go until hopefully half distance. Not the tyre back again, and we're 4 seconds up on second place. Oh, yes, whilst the race is going on, there's not too much to do. Thank you all very much for your kind messages. Mother seems to be a lot better now, but she's still a little bit vague at times. But it was I think either gallbladder infection or a urinary tract infection. And if you had either of those, you know how bad they make you. I have had a urinary tract in the past, and it's horrible. You don't realise anything what's going on. Well, behind your pills, I don't anyway. Well, first and third at the moment. Can we stop the race now? It's going to be touch and go with Faith whether we can save enough tyre. 33. We've got to do about. She's got to do about another 3 laps, and she should almost do it. Gilbert's going to do 3 quite comfortably, I would say. He's 34% tyre left, and goes another one in, and he's Poldy's moved on to softs, and Faith Anthony's tyres are now warm. Just oh, yeah, I didn't mean to push that one up and that one up again. Just give a little bit of burst of fuel, just to hopefully increase the gaps a bit. Knock her back. Just get it down at 0 and knock him back again. Alright, now we've both got on worn tyres at the moment, and we should do it now. So what I'll do, I'll let Faith do 1 more lap. Actually again gone into the red, which is handy. And we'll do 2 more laps with her, so that means 2 more laps with Gilmas. And we're first and second at the moment. And you can see some of those already pitted. I soon got to pit again. Oh, well, we've put her down to pit this time. See, she gets, show you there, she gets 35 to 37 laps to the tyres, but that's the completely worn out, which doesn't really help me. I'm going to just push the tyre wear up 1, so when she comes in, when she goes out again, she'll be heating the tyres a little bit quicker. And we're back now. We can put him down to pit next time. At least I haven't got to worry about fuel, so I can actually leave it or do it early in the lap down to pit. Then we do the same with him, push him up. She's in the pits and out again with no mistake. Only 16 for quickest stop, and she's gone down to 12. Not too bad, 'cause I think a lot of those in front will be pitting. We're in, and we want a good stop here. Oh, 17th, oh, not a very good stop at all, but we're still up there, we're still 5th. Right, we'll just push Phil's usage up again, push him a little bit for a couple of laps, won't be much more than about 2-3 laps. I'll knock Faith's tyres back again. Now Terry, he is not going to get through. I don't think any of those in front of us are going to get through on their tyres, so I think they're all going to have to pit. which is good news. What's the temperature like? And temperature does actually make a difference on how hard you can run them, and the hotter it is, the further back you've got to bring the tyre, so you're a little bit hotter than we run at the moment track temperature. We will be running on green and just about holding even. Hey, you see, I'm learning a little bit about this, mainly thanks to Johnny, who does give me little tidbits. And I have to thank Johnny Vee. Great chap. Make sure you watch and subscribe to the channel. He live streams on YouTube, and he does it when he feels like it. So he doesn't have a standard schedule. So you just have to subscribe to him and then hit the little bell, and you get a warning when he's about to go live. Now he goes live at odd times a day because, for his sins, he's an Australian, but I don't hold that against him. Just have a quick slurp of coffee. Sorry for the slurping sounds. Here in Britain, I live in the east of Britain, East Anglia, and it's hovering around 31 at the moment. And for Britain, that is hot, and it's been like that for a month or more now. Over 25 for a month or more now, and no rain. It's not very good for the allotment, let me tell you that. 20 laps to go. Yeah, they're going to do it. We're in with a chance of first and second here. Certainly first to go, Mr. Fonny doesn't break down. Should get first now. Just push his tyres a bit, push the pool a bit. This is micromanagement now. I'm not micromanaging as you can in the game because my poor old brain don't think like that, and I'd have to run standard time to do that, not ×4. And I am using keyboard shortcuts for looking after the drivers. It's simpler. Once I remember what they are. I've got a whole load on there, but I can't remember half of them. I remember water on track is that one, but I can't remember what the temperature is. That's a T, is it? No, not T. Cannot remember what that one is. Anyway, we better just knock back the fuel usage again, and we better knock the tyres and go a little bit longer. Oh, back in the top 3 again. The little number in the corner there is that form at the moment. He's 1.9 and she's 6. Mainly for endurance racing, that really comes into its own. Not so much for this. Endurance racing, because you've got 3 drivers per team, per car, and if one of them showing bad form, you just swap them over with someone else. Oh, I do you any good passing me, mate, because you're going to have to stop. So a quick look at the temperature's holding at 31 at the moment. Very similar to here then. Yes, in endurance racing, if you've got a driver who goes badly off form, you have to bring back the car. But there is other problems. You have to drive so many laps each driver up to a max, and you're only allowed a maximum number. You can just about do it with 2 drivers, I believe. You get 3 anyway. Second, Festival's pit, we're back into the lead now. Can we hold on to it? Better knock the tyres back now. And he's got a 4, almost 5-second lead. And this man in second's going to have to come in. Terry, who was leading at the start, has gone on the softs again. He may just make it to the end. 12, that should do. And first and second, as we stand at the moment. So really, I want to look at what her gap, his face gap, is to the next one back. That's 4.5 seconds. And he's going to have to pit, so glad no 3. She's gone about 7 seconds over 3rd place. And now we've got parts a little bit dodgy. Let's see what we've got there. Front ring and suspension. And it's very similar there on brakes on that. But they're not too bad at the moment. We can go with it. We could actually save it a bit by not putting more high fuel usage in. And we don't really need to. 7 seconds up from 3rd place. Now he may just catch as he's got better tyres than we've got at the moment. Those tyres will be going off. 9 laps left. Let's just have another look at the condition. 29 worse. Oh, we've got no real problems. We've pushed it. Use up some more fuel. It does seem to make a difference too. The less fuel you've got, the quicker you can go. So they seem to have got that programmed in. And I can't remember how it goes on the vanilla game. I haven't played vanilla for ages now. I just like the ice mod, the fire mod, ICE18, fire 17, of course the MotorGP mod, which is a great little bit of fun with motorbikes. Just hope you can get it completed so everything works and all the descriptions are right. But as it stands at the moment, I can fly it quite happily. 6 laps to go, and we are doing very well indeed. Soon I could not. But one thing you don't want to do is forget that you've got them on a higher fuel burn. And just leave them there. There's nothing more embarrassing than running out of fuel at the wrong moment. That's it. The tyres are still okay, they're not heating too badly. 9 seconds over 3rd. That will do nicely. And Goma says, okay, 4 or 5 laps to go. So look, 4 laps to go. I don't think we'll be caught now. And they were saying that the Gomas weren't any good, or the car wasn't any good. Fans, what do they know? It's not that bad again. As you can see, there's, I think there's going to be no one else except for us who's going to get through on one spare set of tyres or one pit stop. Everybody else is going to have to take 2. That 1 in 4, you don't take pit stop, I don't think it's going to finish. It's going to be touch and go. We might just make it, but I wouldn't want to be driving that car with that amount of tyre left. Have a look at him. Cool, 15% tyre. We don't like that. He is going to pit, and we're on final lap. Let's get back to the leader. No, for final lap, we might as well. Push everything for this final lap. And she's just got 1 tyres warning, so she's going to make it easily. Look at that. P1 and P2. Esther did make it, but only just over the thought. Verts 2 only just made it. But there we are, the only one. Well, only 3 of us got through with 1 pit stop. And that's my main strategy on this, especially this class. Because you can't make improvements anywhere else in your first season, you've got to go on pit stops. So one of the things I always look for with drivers is their smoothness. So they can last out, we don't need to look at that. Well, there'll be no problem with screwing there because there's no nothing to alter. Did anybody upset these stewards? No. Let's see where we are. Look at that, 1st and 2nd. There's my smiling face. I reckon Andre should smile a bit, or he looks miserable. He looks a bit wistful, to Terry. He couldn't do it. And we're now first and fourth in the Drivers' Championship, and we are now first by 9 points in the Constructors, and this is the one we need to win to go up. Hogarth, thank you, Hogarth. He's congratulating our driver. First and second, it's good going. Normally I found on these open wheels that the first level is quite easy to get out of, but it gets more difficult the higher up you go. So I'm running this just normal difficulty, AI difficulty. I'm not running anything other than normal. I'm normal, would you believe it? Alright, the driver's form is quite good. I'm not worried about our reserve driver. He's not happy, but he's not driving. She's very happy. Oh, that happiness, 100%. Markability's gone up. And this should give us teammate morale minus 15, but he's got markability, but he's got the same thing, so brilliant. And we made another $1 million. Hey, Johnny, that's how you make money. I'm not going to worry about these. We know what they are. And we'll just run through now quickly to the next race. I don't think it's too much we've got to worry about. Possibly a little bit of scouting to do. I'll just have a look at the mile here. Yeah, we're not worried about that. We're not worried about that. I'm not going to interview. You can get improvements on interviewing, but you can also, if you're honest, you can also make things worse for yourself. And pit stop. Well, we broke a pit stop. No problems. And just to tell us we won that, we know. Let's have a look at the pit crew. Take a auto manage. Must be just have a quick look here. Now these lot all want to go, so we've got anything green in here. Oh, look at this. Whoa. Hire. I'm going to hire all these. Go back to hire. I'm going to hire them all. No, we can't. We're going to have one of the best pit crews on the grid at this rate. They're all full of green. And we'll sell off or fire some of those other ones. Alright, we're going to fire. Don't want you. Sorry. Don't want you. You have to get your pit crew up fairly soon. With the pit crew we've got now, that one wants to go and that one wants to go at some point. That's just this, but I'm not going to change anything there. Let's have a look at the mistake. Who's highest on mistake? Alright. Well, we want a better... Oh, let's change this one over. That's brought our timing down. And this one can go here. 19 can go over there. Front jack. Rear jack. Could do with another jackman, but got here. He's better than what we've got, so we'll push him there. Alright, and we'll push that one there. That should do it. Oh no, it's front jack there. I'll swap these two around for the moment. It's only 11 on the back. We got a better. He's better. Not that far down either on. Yeah, he's a bit alright. be fine. So that's not a bad pit crew then. We'll see what we get next time. We can replace these 3. And we've almost got a perfect pit crew. Right. Auto manage. Put them onto there. And we'll see what else we've got. Scouting. We'll just have a quick look, see if anybody else is here. We need a scout. Not scouting for any other teams. We've got so many with scouting at the moment. Finances. Oh, did we have put this up to, yeah. No sponsors going to run out, so we can now whip through fairly quickly. Car repair, let's see how we're doing. Thank you, we know that. Now, is he best on reliability? 19, oh yeah. Yeah. So we've got the engine gearbox up full. We work on the brakes at the moment, and we need to do the wings and the suspension. We'll have a quick look at the factory. Oh, we've got a long time before we get any of those there. We have got a bit of spare cash, but I don't think there's anything we really do at the moment. Well, design centre. Actually, we need to do the design centre, but we can't do it this time. Only 10 million, can we? I'll tell you what, we will start work on design centre, bring that up, because it will leave us fairly short of cash, but I think that's going to be worthwhile. Then we can get some of these new builds. This is quite handy. The helipad helps you get a little bit better sponsorship, and the tour centre isn't bad. It brings you a little bit of money in each race and improves your standard of fans. Right, let's get back and do a bit more. Timers are pushing on. We'll let it run through and we'll have a look at a whole load of these messages soon. Alright, scouting report finished. They could be handy. ASCII could be handy to have it. Oh, in touch with the GMA. I very rarely bother with that on this class. I save all my votes up for when they're important. No Ryan was Doer, won't be any Ryan there. And he's now worried about the finances. Oh. You reckon we've got a healthy balance sheet? Well, perhaps I haven't read it just lately. Oh, one there. Do all the ones where I haven't got drives. But I've got a feeling I'm going to leave my drives alone. Give them 1 year anyway, in Formula, whatever it is we go up to, I can't remember now. And that's Formula E is the top one. We're on. That sort of race there, well, we're not too worried about that. As you see, this is nearly all Japanese drivers with a few oddments in. So we're going to stand it like a sore thumb. What's the teams here? See, apart from the Red Bull Mugen, everything else is a Japanese team. That will change over the period because we're doing this. And what we got there? 3 days time. Financial management. Not too worried what they say. Let's have a quick look. Oh, we have to do it. Yeah, we know that. Fine. Anthony is top, and she's hoping to keep top. Have to win We're predicted to finish around 5th. I think we're going to do better than that. I'm certain we're going to do better than that. No, the factory's quiet, so we just have to pick the next thing to... Oh, well, not. Well, yeah, well, don't care. Don't care whether they had no one. I'm hoping to be out of this class. So I think I will go straight up. I'm hoping to be out of this class next year. Well, we'll do a suspension next. It'll be 14 days after race. So that'll be before the race after. And then we've got 2 more to do. Well, everything's done. And we're on to the next race. So with that, I'm going to show the results for this one. We just here where we put this up as this. Let's be screenshot. I'm going to say thanks very much for watching. If you like this video, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. This is my Wednesday series. I've do farming other 4 days during the week, and I have one on a Saturday, but not just at the moment, but I will have on the Saturday again when I get back to making videos full time. That will be coming out there, so I'm going to have to weekend to myself again fairly soon, I hope, because that old ridge is almost finished. Anyway, let's stop burbling on about that. Thanks very much for watching. If you like this all, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber, how about subscribing? It's free. I don't send you out too many begging emails for money. The company, I don't send any out. And with that, it's me. Oh, any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, feel free to post them in the comments section. And with that, it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.